Ready for this? This is going to be the best thing ever.
Oh, it already is. Let it begin.
Alright, what's up, people?
Shouldn't technically I start talking first?
Wait, do you start first?
I should start first.
You talk first.
I talk first. Because it is Princess and the Blarg.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Princess and the Blargcast.
Hi, I'm Princess.
I'm Blarg, and this is our podcast.
Did we tell them our real names, or did we
No,
just
it's
only
good.
stay with that?
We're gonna stick with that. You already know who we are.
Most people already.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, I'm Blarg. You can follow me on the Twitter at @TheMasterBlarg, and Princess, you can't follow anywhere.
No, maybe on Pinterest. I think I'm on Pinterest. You're welcome to add me on Snapchat. I just won't answer anything for like a year. I think I still have it technically. Who knows? At some point, I might be on social media again. Sometimes.
He exists on the internet, just not as a person.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. So, let's get right to the nitty-gritty. Tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Tonight we went to go see Finding Dory.
It was really good. Okay.
But before
you get to the actual stuff, there's quite interesting things that happened to lead up to this story.
Okay.
Because we get to the theater and I'm like, I'm excited because I'm a huge Disney fan. Everybody should know this. Finding Dory, like Finding Nemo is my favorite Pixar film.
I like movies.
And I think even after tonight, I think Finding Nemo still is. Finding Dory, oh my goodness, still fresh on the brain. Great film. But we get there and we were going to go see it at like a 7, almost 8 o'clock showing. And it was full.
Pretty much, we would have had to have like the nosebleed seats, like right in the front. Is that what they're called?
Wouldn't it be the retina bleeds?
Retina bleeds? I don't know. We would have died.
We would have died.
Yeah.
But so they offer us an 8:50 showing, and so we're like, okay, sure, we'll go to that. It ends up being 3D, which I'm okay with.
We didn't want to pay that money though.
It's not 3D in my opinion isn't worth it. The movie looked good in 3D. It probably would have looked the same in 2D.
What was that one movie that like there was a trailer for with like the deserted island and the animals?
Oh,
like
what is it called? That's why you have.
Oh god, yeah. What's that called?
It's the one with Robinson Crusoe and all the animals that's coming out in who knows when. I'm excited for Monster Trucks.
Oh my gosh, that movie.
Monster Trucks. That movie just looks so dumb.
The Wildlife is the movie with Robinson Crusoe. Yeah, we saw that. That was a trailer in 3D. That was one of the 3D trailers. That was awful. I don't think I could watch that. I don't think I can watch that movie in 3D, like at all. That would kill me slowly. But anyways, so we got to the movie. We were happy. We were fresh off the brain. We're following you. I follow you, Matt Pat, on. He's not gonna listen to this.
Maybe he will.
Maybe he will.
We'll make it big. And he'll be like, I was referenced in episode 1 of Princess and the Blarg, whatever we end up choosing to call
Yeah,
this.
definitely. The Princess and the Blargcast. I'm sticking with that name.
That's what I was gonna go with. We haven't established that.
We had
no thoughts until we sit on the couch.
But we've had thought. Anyways,
okay.
So like we're fresh off the brain of that because he had released a film theory about whether or not Dory actually has short-term memory loss. It was an interesting debate. Anyways,
first problem really begins with the fact that it's raining, and it's the middle of June, and we're like in a. Do we tell them our?
We're in Redding.
Okay.
Redding, California.
California.
If you don't know where Redding, California is, it's essentially the equivalent of...
Almost Oregon, but not quite Sacramento. It's where Bethel is.
It's 100 degrees in the shade.
It's 100 degrees in the shade. I wanted to make that reference. Thank you.
You're welcome. So it is hot. It is always hot. Summers here are awful. Like, it's been like high hundreds, 110, like for most of the summer already.
It's wonderful.
And it's the end of June or middle of June, and it was raining.
Like downpour. Like I'm from Oregon and it's a downpour, so
so that was
rain.
Already it's already been a weird day for us.
We go into the movie theater. We got some nice seats in the back.
It's funny, high energy, a lot of people in there. It's a full theater.
We're standing in line though, and like this family in front of me while I'm in line and he's getting snacks is kind of they're like judging judging Blarg and I for, like, coming to the theater together to go see a child's movie, but then they're like, oh, we would have done the same, which was interesting. And then
they judged me for having a bag of popcorn.
The mom started to get comfortable with me and talk to me about Austin Powers and how her son learned how to flip people off with Austin Powers. I didn't know about that. And I've never seen Austin Powers. There's quite a lot of things I have not experienced in life that I probably should. I don't know if Austin Powers is on that list, but I have not experienced it.
It's a film series. Anyways, so the movie. I don't know how we've gone on that tangent.
Have you seen it?
I've seen one of them.
Okay.
It's interesting. I like Wayne's World better, I think.
I still haven't seen that.
Wayne's World 3, please. Mike Myers, help us.
Hashtag Team Cap. Hashtag Rogue One is a prequel.
Hashtag Rogue One is a prequel.
Hashtag Disney Gator Attack.
Oh gosh, that's not what we're talking about today. So we get to the movie. The movie starts, we're watching
it. And the Pixar logo looks different!
Okay, first of all, the Pixar logo is different in this movie. Like, okay, like we freaked out. We're like, huh! It's not like, okay, so...
It's all like super high-tech 3D.
You know the 90s, like, you remember the 90s with the woo, you know, like that Disney logo?
The old classic logo.
And how it's like transformed into like the crazy like 3D landscape, castle, fireworks, and orchestral music. It's nothing like that. It's more or less the same. It just now has some 3D looking stuff. Anyways, we were like, it's different. It's the end of the world.
The side, you don't see the lamp jumping on, but all of a sudden now it's bouncing on the eye, and it's like...
We should have said spoilers before that, but I'm kidding. Get over yourselves.
You can put it in the podcast notes.
Yeah.
I guess.
Awesome.
Anyways.
So...
Whatever.
So we watched the movie, and...
Oh, the short was really good. I like the short. No, I mean, it doesn't make... It's Disney, so all laws of physics and nature are out of play. We can do whatever we want. So if we want this bird to not drown in the current of the realistic ocean,
will.
Thank you, Good Dinosaur, by the way. If that movie had not been made, I don't know if the ocean would have looked as good and realistic.
Man, I mean, that was a good-looking short. It was like I do miss the Disney shorts of old though, like the Pixar shorts of old, where they were purely like comedy, had like made based on a story rather than look what we can do. I keep looking at the camera because we don't have a microphone, and I'm like, we're not actually going to be using this.
Aaron's
not even in the shot.
I'm not even in the shot. It's like that outtake. Also, another thing I missed from Pixar is the outtakes.
Beautiful.
Like, do it again. But, like, it's like that outtake from Bug's Life. Am I in the shot? Can you get me? Can you see me? And we've got wonderful props in the background. Knowing it's not going to be a video, I just felt like decorating.
Okay, but... So, let's browse past this, because we don't want to waste everybody's time.
Yeah,
we watched the movie a little bit, things happen, we're enjoying ourselves, then some woman walks into the theater. This is a crowded theater, mind you. It's not like an XD screen.
This is actually... Okay, we've already started talking... We've already prefaced that there are spoilers. This is a big spoiler if you haven't seen Finding Dory. It's right at the part...
Close your ears, and for like 5 seconds, go.
It's right at the part where Dory gets captured and starts going into the marine aquarium.
No, it's before that.
No, it's right at that point.
Yeah,
because
I
had no clue... At this point, I had no clue how she got there because this woman comes in.
Okay, yeah. So, this woman walks into the theater, and she just goes, guys, there's a hostage situation in the theater over. Like, there's hostages, there's a gun. Like, get out. And so, like, everyone in the theater, like, stands up and, like, starts mobbing out the emergency exit. And, like, freaking out. And like, Aaron and I are sitting, because we're at the very top.
We're in the very back.
We're in the very back, and we're just like, is there, though? I feel like, Aaron, we would be the first people to die if that were to actually happen. Because we're just
Probably.
like, is this really happening?
What's going on in my mind is, I've waited 13 years to see this movie, and I kind of had to pay 3D. I don't really want to leave, but, I mean, if it's real, okay, I'll react, I'll respond the right, appropriate way, not panic like everybody else is doing, or can I just stay and watch the movie? If it is real, I guess I'm prepared to die. Like, I'm already here. Like...
I was just skeptical, because, like, like people freak out over everything like nowadays. It seems. So I'm skeptical. I'm just like, gosh, is this happening? I don't know. Maybe we can stand up. Like we're the last people to stand up.
Yeah, we did. I did kind of grab my stuff and I was like, like, if something really is going on, the theater people are going to take care of us the right way. Like, they're trained, they know what to do in an emergency situation. Until people start filing out the emergency exit like crazy.
Everyone's in like hostage situation mode. We're going to die. So there was like surprisingly no screaming, no panic.
Yeah, I mean it was a very quiet.
It was a very quiet panic.
At the same time,
people are like, "Oh my God, we gotta get out of here because we are going to die. It's gonna be the worst thing ever." Like, but they weren't saying anything. It was just kind of like
you're channeling your inner Ryan's Average Life right now.
Hashtag Ryan's Average Life. High schoolers, don't watch that. It's bad. Don't watch it. We are bad influences. Okay. Hashtag youth ministry major.
We've referenced so much bad things right now.
Oh, gosh. The point of that is, we were in a hostage situation, but we weren't, because there was nothing. And, like, the manager came in, it was like, what the heck is happening? Why is everyone walking out the emergency exit? Because, like, an alarm, like, triggered in the office, I guess. Not that we could hear, but... what is happening right now? And, like, he explained that nothing happened. Like, there was a guy who I guess got arrested for something in a different auditorium.
All we know is they were suspicious of something of him, and then arrested him.
The cops showed up.
And the situation was taken care of.
But some lady thought, oh gosh, cops are here. I just see, like, someone's getting arrested.
I'm next.
We're next. We gotta get the Finding Dory people out of there. Like, there are children in this theater. They are going to die. I'm going to be a hero. And then the manager comes back in and is like, wow, some nut job just told us to leave? Like what?
It was, oh my goodness. And what's really funny is he's trying to explain this, and one lady's like getting super like defensive with him of like, my daughter is in a panic now, won't come back in the theater because of this that you weren't prepared for. It's like, no, your daughter is in a panic because you're in a panic with what's not actually real. And so eventually they leave, and he's glad she's gone, and he just explains the whole situation completely to us.
We will say that every single person who
was still in the theater
was still there. Like everyone who left had the chance to get a refund. Like, they handled that pretty well, and everyone who stayed there got a free movie ticket out of it.
Yeah, and is that what it is? I haven't even read it.
Yeah, it's a free movie ticket. It's a free pass.
One free admission.
Yeah, free admission. So we get to go see anything.
I don't even know what we're gonna see.
I don't know what's coming out lately. What's coming out? I'm gonna look this up.
Ghostbusters.
Ew.
Come on.
Sorry.
I'm excited for the film.
I'm not excited for that movie.
Secret Life of Pets.
Okay. What's coming out?
X-Men Apocalypse.
Okay. We saw that one.
Star Trek. Is there an expiration date on this?
I don't think there's an expiration date.
No, not really. Yeah, there's no expiration date on it.
We could see Independence Day. Well, we have to see the first one still.
Yeah, that's another one on my list.
And what else is coming out? I don't know. There's films. We'll see something. We could see Star Trek, I guess.
It looks like it's... I'm down for Star Trek. It looks like it's redeemable for any feature we choose to see it in. Is what it looks like on the back.
We gotta find... Even IMAX. There's not an IMAX in Reading. We gotta find an IMAX. Road trip. Okay. So, yeah, that was our hostage situation that we were in. We heckled. We felt bad, but we kind of heckled, like, the situation. Not the manager, but we made fun of the situation in the theater. Yeah. People laughed. Like, everyone who remained was like, this is dumb.
They were like, oh, kill the lights. And they're like, don't say kill. And it's like, hey, can we get free popcorn for the hostages? Like...
The trauma room. Trauma room 7.
Trauma room 7.
It was,
the hostages, like...
It was great. So that was our night, and then we got to finish the movie.
It was really cool. They rewound it, so we got to see spoiler alert, the giant squid again. I don't know how long I'm supposed to wait after.
I don't know. It's not a video, so I don't know. But yeah, we got to see that again and just enjoy the rest of the movie.
Sigourney Weaver. I think, like, Disney has made 2 really horrifying, great internet memes in the process of the last couple of days with the release of this movie.
Let's wait for a couple. Like, let's wait to do a spoiler section later. Okay. I think right now, kind of just spoiler-free thoughts. Okay. So that, like, any of our friends or our many fans who listen to this don't get spoiled and don't be like, you ruined the fact that Sigourney Weaver's in this movie. Sigourney Weaver's in this movie.
Sigourney Weaver plays
Spoiler alert.
Weaver in this movie.
Oh, you spoiled that.
Dang it!
You're bad at this. Okay, so spoiler-free thoughts. Aaron Wanek, you're the Disney guy. I just said your name. Who cares?
Thank you.
What's your princess?
I'm gonna get you back. My thoughts. Finding Dory.
I gave her my Twitter handle.
My thoughts of Finding Dory. I think it's another... I mean, I'm not going to put it to the same level as the Toy Story sequels, which are flawless, in my opinion. But I will say that Finding Dory captured a lot of the same spirit that I think Monsters University had, when it was a huge, like, length of time in between the original and the sequel, and they drew on a lot of nostalgia. As we were sitting watching the credits, we were reminiscing about good and bad things, and I think that this film captured a lot of the same elements that we liked from the previous film without overdoing them to, like, draw back on it.
Yeah.
And then at the same time introducing new things that you'll just go, oh, that's classic, you know, whatever they choose to call this trilogy, if they make a third movie, like this group of films, the Finding films. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I don't know, but like...
Finding God. The third one.
Well, Finding Marlin. Finding Marlin. Like, that'll be interesting.
Only other place to go.
Really.
Finding...
Where's he from?
Finding Seagull. What? I don't know.
Who knows? But...
Oh my gosh, imagine if Jason Segel.
Jason Segel plays a seagull?
Jason Segel plays a seagull.
That'd be great.
And it could be called Finding Segel.
Finding Segel.
That's great.
Oh my gosh.
Disney, if you do this, copyright. No, you just include us in the credits and give us 1% of everything from the film.
And I want to be an extra. It's like a bucket list of mine to be an extra in a film.
Oh, me too.
Preferably Star Wars, because I think it'd be super cool to be dressed up as an alien in a Star Wars film. But hey, I'll go with Pixar. Pixar is pretty good too.
Voice extra, that'd be good.
Voice extra. Like, I gotta deliver a one-liner.
Let us be podcasting clams. I don't know how that'll work, but they could do it.
Yes. What? Man, I'm just like, well, what fish have we not seen? Anyways, my spoiler-free thoughts, Finding Dory.
Narwhal.
Narwhals.
We can be narwhals.
Narwhals.
Okay.
The film was great.
Spoiler alert, there are no narwhals in this film.
Unspoiler? Anti-spoiler? I don't know. If you love narwhals, I'm sorry, you're going to be disappointed when you see Finding Dory. But I loved Finding Dory. I am excited for the next time I see it again, probably when I buy it on Blu-ray. Great film. I think it's a really good film. Like, it's Pixar. It's delivering good stories and continuing to just show these great characters that everybody loved, you know, over 10 years ago and still in the same way. It was really good. I love it.
Cool. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I will say that it wasn't, like, it didn't blow my mind in any way, shape, or form. It was kind of what I would expect from a Finding Nemo sequel. If that makes any sense. It felt like a regular, like, yeah, this is a sequel. It's a continuation of a story. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's... Because they didn't do anything that was, like, too crazy. I mean, it looked beautiful. Like, this is a beautiful film. It
looked so realistic.
Like, except for the fact that all the living creatures are cartoon characters. Besides that.
Okay.
But, like, it was really good in that way. I wish the film took a little bit more risks, especially, like, narrative-wise, I guess. It's because they kind of went in a direction that if you know movies, you know this will go. Like, it didn't do... I don't know. It's hard to explain. I wish they took, like, some guts, like, I guess spoilers, but not really. How to Train Your Dragon 2, how that movie sequel took some risks with how its plot went.
I actually don't know how to Train Your Dragon 2 ends.
That's why I
fell asleep. Not because the movie was bad, but because I hadn't gotten sleep.
Yeah.
The night before.
You're a sleeper.
I don't get it. I love movies and I cry when I fall asleep during movies.
That being said, I wish that Finding Dory took a little bit more risks with that, because I was expecting to go into that film and be genuinely shocked by something in it, by like a story element of some kind, or actually feel like a real like tearjerker coming on for some point, because Pixar is the best at like manipulating our emotions. I didn't get that. That didn't happen. And this is still like...
I think everybody's still got a little bit of Inside Out PTSD.
Maybe. Yeah. I will say that I enjoyed this more than I have enjoyed other sequels to franchises. I enjoyed this more than I enjoyed Cars 2. Because Cars 2... I did not enjoy it more than Toy Story 2 or 3.
No.
I did enjoy it more, not Pixar, but I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed Thor to the Dark World when it comes to a movie sequel.
We're big Marvel fans, too.
We like movies.
We like movies.
But it was enjoyable. And, yeah, go watch it. If you have family, go watch it. Enjoy yourselves.
It's really good.
It's funny.
It's definitely, like, this is one of the things that I love so much about Pixar, is they deliver the really good family film. I know that's what Disney's trying to go for, but Pixar does it so well, I think, at incorporating things that little kids are going to love, things that adults are going to find humorous. Like, it's a really good company when it comes to telling stories that are entertaining. I remember 13 years ago sitting in the theater as a little kid and being excited that, this Disney fish movie just made a butt joke. Like, that's funny to, however, what was I, 13 years ago? 10, as a 10-year-old, what it was like to see a butt joke be made in a kid's movie. I was like, oh, this is funny, and they're making fart jokes, and, like, it's cool.
Speaking of which, like, I know that you mentioned that there were a couple, like, memeable type moments in the movie.
Yeah.
But for me, honestly, there was nothing too quotable in it. I like a movie that is uber quotable. And it's not just a nostalgia thing, like, because, Finding Nemo was in our childhood, we remember it from then, and we've seen it so many times that we're able to quote everything in that movie. Recent movie came out, Star Wars Force Awakens, and that's super quotable. It shouldn't be like a thing that like makes or breaks a movie, and it doesn't for me, but I like a movie that I can quote something for, and I didn't really find anything in there too much that I can quote. Memorable moments, but nothing really quotable.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's it's not a deal breaker at all, but it's a complaint that I have. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Finding Nemo, when it came out, it was so absurd in the concept that, every single new character is being introduced, and you're just like, what? Okay, I'm rolling with this. Sure, yeah. Until those memorable quotes kind of came out. I totally get what you're saying. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of really memorable memorable quotes, except for I think there's a couple, but I don't really want to dig into spoilers.
Right.
Which you could tell, which is why you shoved my face away as I got close. But yeah, there really wasn't that many memorable, quotes. I mean, was there for Monsters University? Because I think what I'm gonna do for a good chunk of my life is compare Finding Dory to Monsters University.
Right. Well, Monsters University, I can't think of anything off the top of my head quotable, but there are so many moments in there that are repeatable, like with motion, or imitatable.
Yeah. Okay.
There are a lot of moments in Monsters University that I could imitate and make fun of visually. And because they're fish, you can't really do that with Finding Dory. It's hard to do that. Although, I will say, the octopus in that movie, holy cow. Like, what was his name? Do you remember?
Hank the Septipus.
Hank the Septipus.
Spoiler alert, Hank is missing a tentacle.
Is he?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. They
that wasn't... no, like... I don't know that he actually is. I think that was just Dory being...
No,
he Dory, said, because
he announces that he got a tentacle taken out.
But octopods, like, they regrow tentacles. I think.
Do octopuses?
Do octopuses... Hold up.
That's why I have the internet. Thank you, internet. Back before there was internet, making podcasts was very, very hard because we couldn't look up stuff instantly. We also couldn't publish podcasts.
Yeah, an octopus can regrow arms. But unlike us, this is what Google says. Like a starfish, an octopus can regrow lost arms. Unlike a starfish, a severed octopus arm does not regrow another octopus. So...
Good to know.
Good to know. Thank you.
That's a fun fact.
Thank you, Google. Fun fact. A severed octopus tentacle does not grow another octopus.
Darn.
I know. I'm disappointed.
Thanks,
God.
I gotta go clean out my fridge now. Not really.
What?
I don't really have one. Thought I was gonna make a joke, and it turned out really lame. You can edit this part out, right?
Welcome to Princess and the Blargcast. So, that was our spoiler-free thoughts on Finding Dory.
After we gave the spoiler-contained thoughts, we gave spoiler-free thoughts.
That was good. Enjoyable movie. If you have kids, watch it. If you don't have kids, watch it. If you are sad and lonely for the rest of your life, watch it. It's going to be good. And you'll... Minor spoiler alert. The moral of the story is don't be sad and lonely for the rest of your life. That's a moral, I guess.
That is a moral of our story or moral of the story of Finding Dory?
Finding Dory, because, spoilers, total spoilers right now. The part with Dory and Hank in the back of the truck.
Hi.
Yeah, where Dory's like, don't live in a tank alone. I need you. She doesn't say that. She confesses her love, gets down on one fin.
No.
It's very progressive. She can do whatever she wants to.
How about that octopus, though? Like, seriously. There's more of him on land than there is in wild. Like, okay, so I positively look at films. Wow.
There's only one species of octopus, that can actually do that. You looked it up the other day.
I did, because I was very curious, and the fact is that, even then, they still have to get back in water. Dude, this octopus, wow.
Was never in water.
Disney has invented this, new concept of, this incredible land-walking octopus. Oh my goodness, that thing... Yeah, it's only in a few tanks, in a few shots, but, man,
And this movie has proved that fish, aquatic life, need to be in water.
Even the previous one.
Even when animals are out of water, they can be out for an outrageous amount of time. They still have to go back in, and you can tell this octopus didn't need to go to water.
He's just walking down the hallways, going across the sidewalk.
It wasn't just walking; it was sprinting. It was just and that's the sound it made.
And driving vehicles.
And if you can tell, we are in total spoiler territory now.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Just keep going in and out, in and out.
We're there. We're staying there. Those have been our... That's... I don't know. I don't think we're going to talk about anything else tonight.
No, pretty much that.
This is it. Thank you for listening. Those who do not want to get spoiled by this podcast.
No, the moral of the story...
4, 3, 2, 1. Spoilers. Go.
Okay. Well, I was.
Or just say whatever you were saying.
Well, I mean, like, I'm back to the moral of the story because I thought you were about to close the podcast. I don't know how long we've been going, but the real moral of the story is use common sense when you're in a movie theater, because that's why we sat down to make the podcast. We were going to review movies. We were going to tell some ridiculous story of what had happened tonight. Don't just follow the crowd. Follow the crowd if they make sense, but don't follow the crowd. And if you stay, you're going to get to see your movie and get a free pass to go see a different movie or the same movie again.
Just, friends, be thankful that there are stupid people in the world, because then you get a free movie ticket.
Absolutely.
That's really what it's all about. Can we talk about... Also, not really a discussion, but I want to touch bases on this. Pat, in response to your thoughts that Dory does not have short-term memory loss, after watching this movie, I can definitively say, you're wrong. Dory does have short-term memory loss. However, being said also, the screenwriters don't understand short-term memory loss. Or science. Because they also jacked up echolocation. Because apparently... Like, first of all, echolocation does not work outside of water for, like...
Dude, that was boss. He should join the Avengers. Wow.
Like, he would make Daredevil proud. Like, also, what was up with his, like, his echolocation looked like the 2003... It was 2003, right?
Yeah, 2003.
Daredevil. Like, it looks like that effect. Like, I was expecting it to...
It's the same year. Daredevil came out... If Daredevil came out in 2003, look this up on the internet. If Daredevil came out in 2003, it's the same year as Finding Nemo. Therefore, it's secretly paying homage to... Finding Dory is secretly paying homage to one of the greatest terrible films that... I don't know, because, like, okay, this was at our...
2003, yeah.
This was at the fundraiser that we were trying... Now we're going to go on a completely different tangent. This is at the fundraiser that we were doing with our youth ministry at our church. And I looked at one of the high schoolers who found the copy of Daredevil that people were getting rid of. And he was asking me about it. I like the film. I'm very optimistic about lots of films, often to a fault. But I liked the film, and I told him, you know, of course the Netflix TV series is amazing, but if you want a brief... good introduction to Daredevil, watch the film. I think it's not the best compared to the way that the Netflix series goes super in depth, but I think you don't need a whole lot of some of the stuff that Netflix includes to understand Daredevil.
If you want to understand Daredevil, and also misunderstand him, because that movie was awful, then watch the 2003 Daredevil. If you want a good Daredevil series, like, if you want a good Daredevil, watch the Netflix series.
There's redeemable
it's awesome.
2003 Daredevil.
They're few and far between.
We wouldn't have gotten such a great Batman in Batman v Superman if it wasn't for Ben Affleck's ability as Daredevil.
But that wasn't even the greatest Batman ever, because, like, he's just... Spoilers. Just flat out killing folks, like...
Which is never explained.
Which is... He just like...
Except in the end of the movie...
I'm Batman. I have one rule.
Except in the
and that's kill as many criminals as physically possible.
In the end of the movie, Batman disappears. He doesn't kill anybody. He's like... The action sequence against Doomsday is just... Superman and Wonder Woman, and I'm sitting there as a person who adamantly is just like, okay, Batman's fine, he's overhyped, he's not the best, like, people need to calm down about Batman, so I dislike Batman, but I'm like, hey, you know, it's a good introduction for me to some of this stuff, so I'm sitting watching the movie, and Batman's not on the screen, and he honestly was one of the things I enjoyed the most in the film, and I'm like...
Who wants pouty Superman?
I'm like, where's Batman? Like, what's going on? I don't know.
Anyways, I think that's it. Any closing thoughts, Princess?
Closing thoughts. I'm staring at the picture of Phil Vaughn.
Hashtag Phil Vaughn. Hashtag philosophy.
Hashtag relax, which is a nod to Rebecca Nunn.
And to Zoolander.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did
you fall asleep during that movie
I did not fall asleep during Zoolander, which I'm pretty sure you showed me Zoolander just for Wham.
That was pretty much it, yeah.
Thank you. But closing thoughts. Go see Finding Dory. I loved it. It's a great Pixar film. And, dude, yeah, thank goodness for stupid people. And just use sense when things are going on. Not everything is blown out of proportion as people might think. You know, if someone comes in and starts trying to tell you what to do and they don't work at a movie theater, your mind should probably go, okay, you know, I'm pretty sure movie theaters can handle this better than a random citizen. And indeed they did, because they gave us a free movie ticket for Our Troubles, which, you know, Our Troubles was just watching stupid people behave, and it was quite amusing. That's my final thoughts. All of them.
Good thoughts. Yeah, hashtag don't be dumb. Hashtag just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Indeed. Alright, I'm Blarg.
I'm Princess.
And...
Oh, Brandon Smart. Because I never actually said your name. I feel like I need to lean into the camera again.
Alright, see ya on the other side.
See ya on the other side.
Hashtag see ya, SEAYA, on the other side.
What's that a quote from? See ya on the other side.
See ya on the other side. I don't know. Alright, we're out. Peace.
Monsters, Inc.